I was not ready for all that when you was on Shine. I'm looking like,
the key events that led me to where I'm at now. My very first event was a graduation party. I only had some church speakers and two laptops, and I literally plugged them in and I played from both laptops. I turned the volume down on one, turned the volume up on the other. After I seen the way the crowd moved, I was like, "Oh, okay." Second one was the actual going to college party. Did the same thing. The fire department tried to come shut us down, said we had too many people in the building. Boom. We let people out. We closed the doors again, started back rocking, had the same type of setup and everything. After that moment, I said, this is it. I'm gonna do this. Next one, I am DJing on campus for an event, and um I like everything was going great. The event was about to be over. The event was actually over. And literally at the end of the event, I realized the microphone was dying, so we had to go. I ain't had no extra batteries, no nothing. So somebody wanted to talk on the mic, so they came up, snatched the mic from me. At this time, I'm a freshman, upperclassman, so you know what I'm saying. I'm just trying to be humble at this moment. So I automatically let him know, hey, you might want to say whatever you got to say quick because that mic dying. Well, as soon as he decides to walk away from me, Mike dies. And he yells out, oh, he cut the mic off on me. He ain't going to never be nothing, basically. That was just me saying it in a nice way in front of the whole promenade at that time. So, all right. I didn't do nothing about that because they wouldn't let me do nothing about that. So that's good though. I'm just glad that my friends were there to stop anything that else would have could have happened. So I took those words right there and I became something. I realized that I needed to go get everything I needed because, like I said, I was DJing still off a virtual DJ, off a laptop, a guitar mixer, a guitar amp, and just some random speakers that I put together from my old church. Boom. Moving on to the next one, I come home for a high school event. High school event went perfect, great, well. Sitting in Waffle House, one of the great DJs in my hometown, which is Princeville. Sitting at Waffle House, he walks in and he was like, "Oh, you the one who doing the high school events now?" He was like, "What you use?" I was just like, "Shoot, I just got an NX7." You know what I'm saying? And he was just like, "Oh, you're not a real DJ. You just play music." Oh, so all right, bet. After that, I got crazy. I got real crazy. And to this day, after all my accomplishments, I'm an award-winning DJ. I'm an international DJ, DJ for Carnival Cruise Line. I've been contracted with multiple universities. I'm working on now my probably 400 some wedding. I've done probably over a smooth 700 events, little and big. I just enjoy that I get to look at everybody now that has said these things or, gave me that fire. And when I see them, the only thing I do is just thank you. Thank you. But all is well. Like that, those were just like my key events that actually just made me who I am today. I wouldn't have probably never really knew that I had what I had inside of me until I had somebody else to talk for me. Because I didn't used to talk. I didn't used to say nothing on the microphone. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't do none of that. I would say like little its and bits there until one day somebody just walked up to me and they just didn't stop talking to me. And I was just like, yo, talk. Here you go. Don't talk to me, talk to them. Like, I'm gonna I'm gonna just play your music. You know what I'm saying? You just hype this up. If you got this, then you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Then I realized that I don't even have to doggone say anything no more. I can control this, and my words are gonna come from.
Hey, man, if you're gonna drag me, dog, just say my name, my nigga.
Right.
I'm done.
The words are gonna come, and it seemed like everything that I would think in my head, it will already be said through the microphone. And the only thing is, I just match the song, or the song would match with what was said, and you got a crowd going left to right. You got a crowd jumping up and down. You got, you know what I'm saying? You know how just a few months ago they was like, what was your superpower when the moon did something or the sky did whatever? My answer to that was I can move almost 5,000 plus people at one time. That's my superpower. And I don't really have to do much. So yeah, that is my lead up of events that made me what I think. I don't know what the question was again, but I probably strayed away from it. But hopefully I was on.
No, that was spot on, man. You talked about the negativities in your life that push you forward, and that's something that everybody has to deal with, especially doing all these events, man. You get all these opinions, but you took them and you was like, okay, I eat those. Let me go ahead. Okay. And you just kept working. You got to the top of your career and everything. You're still pushing forward and you're exceeding my expectations. I was not ready for all that when you was on Shine. I'm looking like, oh, so you are listening. Okay. And like that's the blessing in it, man. That's the blessing in it because you're a great partner and a great contributor. So keep going, man. Keep glowing.
We'll do.
What's the importance of being able to network and collaborate well with others?
Oh, it's everything. So a lot of what I do now came from athletics. So, I was team captain. I ran the board for like 67 weeks straight in high school over 3-pointers over men and women. So being able to have the ability to understand what's inside of you first allows you to be able to take on risk and challenges that are not necessarily risk and challenges for yourself, but they are for others. And so for me, like so when I transferred from Elizabeth City to go to Bowie, that was off of a conversation from a young lady who was already playing at Bowie State and was just like, yo, just come up to the school and work out with me before practice. And I said, okay, cool. So I went home and I worked out and the coaches came in. And when they came in, they saw me and it was just like, you go here? Like, that was literally what it was. Like, everybody's head was like this. It's like, you go here? And I was like, no, but I'm waiting on my acceptance letter to come. Should be here within the next 2 weeks. And so from networking on Facebook, I started becoming a part of Bowie State's women's basketball team. And that was like, okay, let's see how far this goes. And then from there, being able to get involved with Cav at Bowie put me on my very first event, I should say, that I didn't know what I was doing. We had it was like a tragic type of year, literally, from having someone pass away on campus, having like big brawls during homecomings. We needed to come up with an event. And so with that being said, being able to sit in different rooms, but for being able to connect what you already have to what's necessary. So I would always like try to figure out what is it that I can bring to the table that will put me in the room. Like, because they're already missing something, which means they're missing a person to do it. So let me be the person to do it. And that will put me in the room. And so by me being the person that was like, we need to come up with something that'll bring unity onto the campus while I was at Bowie, we came up with this thing called Peace Week. Peace Week was like a bunch of events that did nothing but bring one side of campus to the other side of campus. And it was like, boom, right? And from doing that led me to be able to host with Antonio the Cuban Cigar Smoker and Angie of Now No More to Hustle. At the time, Angie was only doing 6 to 10 on KYS. She had just stopped doing maybe about a year or two ago, her segment on Flex and Reigns and PGC. So she now was her own personality, and it was super, super dope to be able to share that type of stage. And she's been a big sister and mentor to me the entire time. But being able to like navigate just from that one site, you know what I'm saying? Like that one type of situation showed me that, okay, cool. So when I got back to school, I did the same thing to B-Owtt. Like I literally was like, all right, well, cookout tray, party. so me and B-Owtt was like, all right, cool. But bruh used to bring in like the whole tool shed of equipment when we was doing we was all. So I be
Thursdays.
Let me get in. I can get in with this nigga. Like, so I would walk in and I would help him set up. And he'd tell you, like, I literally would like feel the room. Like I would walk around and feel the room and, just, speak to everybody. Like I did that off the whim. Like, so coming to North Carolina, when I came to the grocery store and we was like, hey, how you doing? Your day's all right? First of all, that was weird for me because we go to the grocery store in DC. We looking at people like, you all right? Like, why you talking to me? We our hellos are our eyes. We see you, you see me. All right, bet. I'm going this way, you go that way. But coming to North Carolina, it was the same. It was like, it was different. So when you did it, you started speaking, and I realized that was the type of area and environment that I was in. So I picked up on that and was like, yo, I'm just speak to everybody. Like, yo, your day good? Y'all all right? Hey, how you doing? And so it left a lasting impression for people to be like, yo, I don't know her name, but she cool. Like the little light skin joint, the blah, blah, blah. At the time, it wasn't no name for me. It was just like the little light skin short joint over there, right? And I was like, all right, cool. I'll rock with it because you remember my face. So now it's like, I'll bait you into asking what's my name because now you want to know. And so it goes from it's all small tactics, man. Networking from being with B-Owtt to going with Angie to the same way how I got CIAA. Took me to doing BET in LA to Revolt to like all these different things. As a matter of fact, how I got my job today is because of networking skills. I got through a DM on Instagram. So networking is very key. Networking and collaborating is huge. Like, and especially in this day and age, this pandemic has showed that if you're not collaborating, you're missing out. So still trying to think that everybody is against you or like trying to be that person that is, like I got to do it first. Like, man, listen, let's just get this bag together. You go your way, I go my way. Like, all right, we ain't got time for that. Like, what we doing? We ain't got time.